Oh.
This is where the fun begins.
Hello, and welcome everyone. This is a last minute, spontaneous stream, and I thought that whoever wanted to join in, who are EU, I want to say elitists. Is that what they're calling us now? Anyway,
Yeah, EU elitists and gatekeepers.
yeah. Well, anyways, whoever wants to join us, who know or have some knowledge of the EU versus the Disney lore, would have fun talking and discussing and laughing at the irony or hypocrisy of what we are reporting today, and just have fun, because I mean, I wouldn't, we probably spent like how many years being mocked and stuff about, oh, the EU's convoluted, and oh well, they brought, you have the cloned emperor, and you have the sentient mountain that talks, and all this stuff, mocking and how bad the EU is, and everything that they mocked about is now being put into the new canon.
Well, let's make a list. Boba Fett surviving was stupid until they did it in The Mandalorian. Palpatine being cloned, which was pseudo canon, really.
Yes,
that was intended to be a one-off comic. That was being mocked up until Episode 9.
Yeah,
when Disney did it, then it got defended. Bib Fortuna surviving, which was also pseudo canon because that was in the Tales books.
Yes.
That was stupid, and then they cheer for it in The Mandalorian. Luke Skywalker being a powerful Jedi, that was apparently bad until they saw him in The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
The list goes on and on and on.
Exactly. So let's see who's in chat. We have about 5 people with us. And again, this is spontaneous. I normally don't do spontaneous streams like this. So thank you guys for coming in. We have people slowly trickling in. And we have Neo Valentine. Can SpongeBob drive Geode? So there we go. And it's beginning. And all the puns that have been happening since I've seen this co-op on Twitter.
Yeah, it's like a landslide, isn't it?
Right. It's a landslide of puns. All right. Jedi Padawan Trailer, one of my members. You know what? I get to make another emote. So stay tuned for another emote. And I think I'm going to do Obi-Wan this time. So little emote person, I will add Obi-Wan. So the SpongeBob words, it's not just a boulder, it's a rock. And there we go. Thank you so much for coming in and joining us. And we have Small Time. Thank you for coming in. Hello, everyone. I like it when the EU fans are referred to as old guard as well. Oh, yes. But that's a nice ring to it, because I feel like, we are here defending what's good in the lore. And and what was sacred about it, I guess you can say. Neo Valentine, salute Jedi Padawan Trailer. I love it when you guys, chat with each other in the chat as well. The Sentinel, hard as a rock. Ooh, that's what she said. All right. And then
he also has chiseled abs.
Okay, and chiseled abs in his arms too.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know where his arms are at. I can't make out the sentient being, really. Where does he eat at? Where does he eat? Where does he take a shit? How does he see? I mean, seriously.
I don't know.
All right. So these are the pondering questions we have. And those in the chat, please keep sharing these puns. They are so much fun. I mean, I was cracking up when everybody was just, spitting them out, and groveling over everything. So Terminus, this really is a stoned republic. True. And then Jedi wine. I'm combining words. Jedi Padawan Trela. If Geode and Claude got together, they wouldn't have any arms. And so is that the name for the mechanic Claude?
Yeah.
Okay, I couldn't find his species or his
something
name.
something just struck me.
Uh-oh. Someone throwing rocks at you?
No.
Okay.
What if Grogu uses the Force to lift Geode? That would be so cute. I would buy a bed sheet with that on because I
You've got
support. Yeah, because I support Gina Carano.
Stig, please don't go there. Don't go there. Okay, Soul Assassin, Jedi Master Rockington. Oh, Rockington. Okay. And then Brian Forced Bradley. Okay. Just when you thought Disney or Wars couldn't possibly get any dumber, they go and do a thing like this.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and we're going to cover all of this. We're going to have fun just laughing up the irony of this or the hypocrisy of this with anti-EU fans using slandering like what is like S canon and infinities are in canon to make their points on how bad the EU is, which basically those had nothing to do with the lore. They were just what ifs or spin-offs or what have you.
Remember in December, late December, when people blew up on me and Alora for saying Star Wars wasn't fixed?
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So let me go on with this right here. We got people trickling in. We got 10 so far. Robert de Costa. The way Disney conducts their story group completely stunts creativity from the writers themselves. Okay.
They aren't writers.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. Most of the people who write books for Star Wars now used to be bloggers and stuff. They have no writing experience.
Yeah.
They got hired because of their political affiliations, really.
Yes. So the Sentinel, OG Star Wars. You are assuming it's gender. There we go. A moment.
You know what though? This could be progress because you know how SJWs can't create. It's a thing. At least now they're trying. They have a rock. They can build a foundation on that one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Foundation. Well, you know what? Maybe while they chiseled their foundation.
Yeah. Well, they have one rock. maybe something's dawning on them.
Dawning?
Yeah,
are you serious?
Maybe we can put something on the rock.
On the rock. Maybe this is their foundation.
It is. This is their foundation, a sentient rock.
A sentient rock, or maybe they just hit rock bottom.
Yeah.
Who knows? All right. So Soul Assassin Furloney was stuck between a rock and a hard place. So he chose the rock.
Yeah. Oh, Robert in the chat saying, yeah, they have a freaking Wikipedia page. Yes.
Yes, they do.
They
and
do.
I'm going to share that. I'm going to share that with you. So here it is. And I'll get back to you guys' comics. You guys are comments, not comics. Comments. You guys are friggin' rocking it. I'm just loving it. I mean, I was cracking up from the first time I seen that today, up until now. And so I'm just laughing at the irony, the hypocrisy of it all. So I'm going to go ahead and show the Wikipedia page of that. So let me go ahead and share that right now. And then we'll move on with, and hello, everybody. And let me go ahead and move on with that. Share. Okay, open up. There we go. So the name is, and if you guys haven't been following us on Twitter, the name is Geode. So here we have
very creative Geo.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So here we have it, and we know that Wikipedia is basically fan edited and maintained.
Fan, we put in quotation marks, by the way.
Yeah. So here we go. Let me see here. Let me zoom in on this. And here we go. So he is a capricious nature of of many moods and climes. And then so I guess that's his description. His name is Geode, and he says it says Geode was a Venetian or whatever male. So was it? So I wonder if he died in the story or something. I don't know.
He possessed the appearance of a tall, dark gray rock. So he only possessed the appearance of it, not an actual rock. Just the appearance, which would make it not solid. I don't know.
Well, look, okay, so there's a lot of intention in here. He is a species that looks like a rock. Okay, so are a rock species.
Look further down.
His name is Geode. Okay, let me see.
Yeah, Geode's. Sorry, scroll up a little bit. Okay, stop. Geode's true name could only be pronounced by those without a mouth.
Oh.
How can you pronounce anything without a mouth?
Oh my God.
Through stomach rumbling? Or farts?
So basically, don't move your mouth and just make some mumbling noises through your vocal cords. Is that how you do that?
I don't know, but you pronounce it without a mouth.
Okay, let's hear you try to pronounce Geode without moving your mouth. Like cover your mouth. Stig's like, I'm not doing it.
I did.
You did?
Didn't
I did
work.
not. It didn't work. Okay. And guess what? His vessel, his ship is named Vessel.
Oh.
Do you haven't read Fate of the Jedi or Legacy of the Force yet, right, Stig? Or you have, but you haven't read them in a very long time?
I wasn't paying attention. I was going to tweet something witty.
Okay, you need to friggin' pay attention, Stig. Have you read the Legacy of the Force or Fate of the Jedi?
A long time ago, so I only remember main events.
Okay, there was a sentient Sith meditation sphere.
Oh yeah, ship.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought that one was a bit stupid, but it was still an AI.
Yeah.
You know.
And it had a purpose, yes. And it had some in it, it helped the story or whatever. And it was a little bit cringy, but I got it. So now are we seeing that this right here, the vessel, is maybe sentient like the ship is or something? Because how the hell could this rock species who doesn't have eyes, doesn't have arms or anything, even like help navigate or even fly a ship?
Yeah. With his feelings? I don't
know. Because we know that, the Sith meditation sphere was to train Sith apprentices and stuff like that. So that it was very attuned to the Force and those who needed its help and stuff. And at one point it thought Ben Skywalker, while he was a Jedi apprentice, but at the time when he first found him, but he had an attachment, or he sensed Ben as a apprentice. And so and the ship basically, protected any apprentice, like a Sith apprentice or any apprentice, from attack and stuff like that, and helped train them as well, or help them, meditation and all this other stuff. And so there was a purpose to him, even though it was kind of cringy and stuff. There are stuff that are cringy in the original EU. I'm not saying there wasn't. But we have that. So this is a vessel. It's named as a vessel. So are they hinting it's either organic? It's organic, or like the Yuuzhan Vong ships and ship itself or something, so it can fly itself or something. I don't know. I'm confused. I don't know what to think of this. So.
Yeah. Why should we think when the writers didn't think?
Right? I mean, there's literally, it's like you gotta literally, like what I was told, you just need to shut off your brain basically and just enjoy the show. So yeah. Yeah. So here's the little description here on Wikipedia. It is actual a species, everyone. I am not shitting you. It's an actual species. It is a rock species. And I mean, like I was telling Stig before we started live here, I was telling him, where in the hell does this species eat? How can it see? Where does it take a shit? Any of that. I mean, so if it's a sentient being and stuff and it's alive, where are its means of eating? Where is its means of disposing of waste? How does it move? How does it know? How does it see? I have all these questions to the species. How is it now force sensitive to where it uses the force there? I mean, seriously, I don't know. I don't think they even thought about this. I just thought they just like, oh, we need something new. Well, let's add a rock. Let's add a rock to this. They haven't
Yeah.
thought of this before.
Yeah, because they're like, oh, we hit rock bottom. And then someone goes, not yet.
Yeah. Yeah. And then let me see here. I'm going to share something else here that was shared with me right here. So I'm going to pull it up. Let's see here. Open up here. And then we're going to get into the chat. Let's see here. Okay. And here it is. So this was shared with me. And so basically, this is the ship. I don't know if this is actually the geode ship vessel. I have no idea. But basically, this is what was shared with me about it being actual on, displayed on the StarWars.com page or what have you. So it being official, but it's already on Wikipedia. It's official. It's already inside the novels. It's official. So I'm very curious. So let me go ahead and see what you guys have to say here in chat. Let's see here. It says Robert DaCosta Geo is what they were smoking when they wrote this. And if you guys know anything about geode, basically it's a hollow rock that has a crystal base. It's formed by volcanic, by volcanoes. And you can crack it open and you can, you'll see the crystals and stuff in there. So
which is ironic that it's volcanic, because everyone who saw this erupted into laughter.
Right. Yes, right. And then so my thing is here. Okay, so we know that the Jedi in the lore, they collect crystals to help operate their lightsabers, right?
Yeah.
So
they can put them in a lightsaber.
I'm getting to this. So are they committing genocide by collecting these crystals and harvesting them, since crystals are also made from, volcanic and different shifts of the worlds and stuff and pressure and all that?
Yeah, and didn't Rey practice on rocks?
Yep, and sliced one in half.
Yeah, that's murder. She murdered. Yeah, and the most important question: geode, right?
Uh-huh.
What's his/her pronouns? They need to chisel the pronouns into that rock, otherwise that rock could get fired or canceled.
Yeah. Well, already it's a male in the lore. The gender is male.
Mm-hmm. So he's rock hard all the time.
Oh,
Every
Lord.
woman's dream.
Oh my goodness gracious. All right, so let me scroll up here. What you guys are just amazing in the chat here. Hey Steven Saucedo, thank you for joining us. That's a piece of rock.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
And that's the limit of their creativity.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, of anything that they can come up with different type of species, what have you, this is it.
Yeah, but this is what Star Wars fans deserve. And I'm not kidding, because for 10 years, Star Wars fans have been defending it when Filoni did shit like this. He came up with the helicopter lightsabers, inflatable puffer pigs, and whales that float around in space and that has an inbuilt hyperdrive. So a sentient rock isn't that far-fetched anymore, because the standard was set by Filoni and people cheered for it.
Yeah.
So when you do that, this is what you get.
And myself as a George Lucas era EU lover, you guys have heard me said, I don't want what happened to with the EU being tossed aside, being non-canon, saying it's not valid anymore and shut the hell up kind of deal. I don't want that to happen to anybody when it comes to their favorite lore, even Disney fans, as much as I know that, the direction it's going and stuff. If you enjoy it, by all means, enjoy it. I'm not going to stop you. But the thing is, it's like the hypocrisy of being, mocked and teased about the EU and how bad it is and stuff like that. Like I was just saying earlier. And, like even with the Sentient Mountain, even with Boba Fett, even with all of them and everything that they teased about is now coming to life. And I think that this is deserved. I think that this right here, the sentient rock being, is deserved for mocking. It's like we are getting, I wouldn't say vindicated, baby. I don't know. But it's like, it's like, I don't know. It's given us something to laugh about now as an EU fan, because of the hypocrisy of that, because everything that they mocked is coming true in their lore, and even worse than, what happened. Cause it's canon, you guys, it's canon. The Sentient Mountain, it wasn't canon in the lore. And Palpatine's clone was quasi-canon kind of deal, which they were taking care of and stuff. And I do own up to the fact that, it's within canon. It's not, and it contradicts in ways. That's why it became quasi-canon, and then other things too, like the mocking of Boba Fett. Oh, well, he was nobody, he had such a bad death and it was funny and they were making fun of him and no one liked him. No. Everybody liked him. That's why George brought him back in the EU. But the difference between the EU Boba Fett versus the Boba Fett that you guys are going to get now, those who like the Disney stuff, is that it's completely different characters, because he never wanted to be a leader of anything. He worked for himself. Even as the Mandalore or the ruler of Mandalore later on the lore, he didn't want that responsibility, but he made that promise and he kept it. So there's a huge, huge difference. Even Thrawn, he's not the same Thrawn as the Thrawn that we originally got in the lore. There's nothing similar about him, other maybe a few tactics, which didn't really work out for him. So
no, he was a dumbass on the Mandalorian.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, EU Boba Fett would have killed that Mandalorian girl on sight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Exactly. All right. So there's my little rant there. So Carre or whatever. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. My rock went back to his people. My rock went back to his people and to be a father of his pebbles in 1980.
That's an actual show, Star Wars Pebbles.
Yeah.
Made by Filoni. It's
all
set
right.
after, it follows the Clone Wars.
Oh.
Or sorry, the Stone Wars.
The Stone Wars. Robert De Costa, assuming it eats is eatest. Oh, yeah. And then he says, I can't. That was a tongue twister a little bit. Yeah, I agree. Rocks lives matter. And then Jedi Padawan Trayla, dumber than a box of rocks.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. Does it even fit the cockpit?
Imagine there's like an attack and all the pilots have to scramble. He just stands there and they're like, why are you not obeying orders? And he's like, can't move.
I can't move. I can't do. Yeah. Oh my God. Okay. So my mind went there. Okay. So they're saying, does the hard rock thing fit in a cockpit?
Yeah.
So is that like fit? Like, would the ship be like a condom then? I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm going
probably.
I'm going down the wrong path, Laura. Stop it.
I bet the ship is called the Penetrator and is heading for Uranus.
Oh Lord. All right. So Robert DeCosta, why would a rock have a ship shaped for a humanoid person? I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if that's the rock's ship or whatever, the geode ship. I don't know. I have no idea.
I don't know.
Okay. I don't know either. I am like just laughing at the irony. I don't even know if we should pull up some of the puns that were shared earlier, because I mean, those are freaking hilarious.
Think about this though. I mean, what if the ship takes damage and have to use the escape pods? How do they get him into one?
How does it even move?
Yeah, they're like 3 or 4 of them has to carry him to the escape pod.
I'd be like,
Has
oh
to
man, for
say,
himself, your ass is
yeah.
staying here, going down with the ship.
20 minutes later, boom, right?
I don't know. It's just this is so freaking confusing and it's so dumb. I mean, I'm okay. So those who like High Republic, more power to you. But seriously, you have to accept that this is dumb. I'm sorry, but you do. Honestly. It
Well,
makes no sense.
it is a rock, but granite, it's fresh.
And how does it freaking clean itself? Does just moss grow all over it?
They probably just hose it down.
I don't know. And how does she know which way it's facing her to talk at it? What if it's like facing behind? Or like, what if it's like facing a different direction and she's really talking to it? And it's not even paying attention to her. Like, how does it hear?
Yeah.
Seriously, I'm looking at this picture and she's looking at it. How does she know that's its face? What if she's talking to its ass?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Probably has rock hard buttocks.
Oh God. All right. So let's see here. How, so this is Snortopopus Q bar. Okay. That was a nice one. Hello. Sorry if I butchered your name, your handle. How does one tell a male rock from a female rock? I think that Tim, our open airlock, kind of solved that on Twitter a little earlier ago. So, because there's a fault in it.
Yeah. Yeah, because it rocks planes.
It rocks planes. Oh my God. I wasn't even going to that. I was talking about the crack.
Actually, David L in the chat has a point about peeing.
Okay.
You know, the porgs and all the dogs and stuff would probably pee on them.
Ew.
Yeah.
Ew. And just lift up its legs or whatever.
Yeah.
Ew. That's one stinky rock.
Yeah,
Okay,
birds probably sit on it and shit.
Mm-hmm. Wow. All right, so Robert again. Jon Favreau has to sneak in a badly written, half-assed CGI version of Luke, but friggin' Geode gets approved with standing ovation.
Yeah, and 2 minutes of Luke in The Mandalorian means this is okay because Star Wars is fixed.
Yeah, because everybody liked the direction Star Wars is
Star Wars
going.
is heading in the right direction now.
Oh my God.
Towards rock bottom.
Towards rock bottom. I just can't with this. I can't with this. So let me see. Hold on here. Okay. All right. But yeah, I just can't with this. I don't know. It's all I could say is I'm amused and it gave me a good laugh. You know, it gave me a good laugh. From a day of being so friggin' busy with not even being able to put on makeup or anything today for the stream. You guys are seeing all natural here. So, yeah.
Does this count as a disabled person?
I don't know.
Because if so, they're progressive.
Oh, but the thing is how do we know it's disabled? Does it have a crack in it? If so, or what? I don't know. How would we consider it being disabled?
Well, he can't run, can he?
I don't know. That's a good question. I have no idea. I'm serious. This is friggin' nuts. Matt G, did you get my super chat, OG? No, I didn't. Oh my God. Shit.
You know what? They can make another Star Wars holiday special, and that one could be rocking around the Christmas tree.
Rocking around a Christmas tree in the Christmas party hop. Here we go. I found it. Thank you, Matt G. Okay, so here we go. Matt G at $2. Like, oh my God, Adriana, it's late for coffee. Like, what? Yes. We need some strong stuff for this and some strong coffee for this, but I did not fix. I decided to have a spontaneous live stream just to, have fun, investigate this a little bit more, laugh at the irony or the hypocrisy of this. It's crazy, you guys. It's freaking crazy. It's nuts. All right.
Alora and I and a couple of others tried to warn people.
Mm-hmm.
But they got pissed.
Yeah. Let me see.
Now we have Plant Sith and rock pilots.
Yeah.
This is, you know what? Just to be a bit of a Debbie Downer, but this character kind of serves as a tombstone for Star Wars, doesn't it?
Oh God, yeah, we were talking about that.
Yeah,
It's
because
like,
this is there's no coming back from this one.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, if a Force user can possess a rock and survive, Luke died on a rock. He could have possessed that rock and lived on the coast of that island as the rock.
You mean that Geode's relative that he died on didn't have the audacity to try to save him?
Yeah.
He just let
Or
Luke die?
Luke could have become a geode. I mean, he was on a rock.
Oh yeah, because in the new lore, Jedi can possess people now. It's not just a Sith trait.
Yeah. So he could have possessed that rock he was sitting on
Mm-hmm.
and survived. And he
Oh
would
my,
have given Rey rock solid advice.
yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah. Yoda as well, he could have possessed the bed he was in.
Yeah. This is freaking nuts. All right, Soul Assassin, do the Rock approve of Rey Force lifting the rocks? Oh. What if they were comfortable in their home, Sarah? I mean, didn't she just like relocate them and really messed up their colony? All right, maybe its crackers are varicose, or maybe its crackers are just varicose veins. I don't know. Let's see here. Let's go. Let me see here. Go down. It just, you guys are just tearing it up in the chat. That great one is here. Why, hello. Welcome to my live stream here on my page. I made a comment on Twitter that this cannot be real. Someone with 0 followers has responded telling me to read the book. Yeah. You'll get that.
Yeah,
You'll get that.
it's a shill account. Someone using an alt account.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And Bane 1776, the ship is called the Vessel and it's navigated by a rock. Correct. And so I question it like, okay, so it doesn't look like it's, if this is the actual ship named Vessel, it doesn't look like it's sentient. Okay, so if it's navigated or piloted, I don't know. How in the hell does it do that? Here we go. So, all right. And then does the rock use the soul sonic force and is from the planet Rock? Thank you, Cavatino Cavalry Trooper Che. Wow, that's a mouthful right there. Oh, okay. This is to Stig. Soul Assassin at Stig Kenobi. Did you all see Steph Annie's pic on Twitter using the rock as a headstone?
Which Stephanie? There's like 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah. So is it My Nerdy Home? Are you talking about my nerdy home or what?
Funny you should mention that, though. I'm actually making something myself.
Okay. Oh, that's why you're kind of here, but you're kind of not. Okay.
Was it 2012 Disney bought Star Wars?
Yeah, October 2012 is when the contract and everything was signed. So. Oh boy, here we go. So you guys, if you follow Stig on Twitter, you're going to catch what he's going to post. Maybe I'll share it here as well. So let's see here. Dikari, this is so much better than talking to a psychologist. Oh, thank you. Thank you. So go ahead. And again, you guys share your puns, share what you think about this in the chat. Let's just poke fun at it, just have fun with it, because, having so many years of, being mocked for being a EU, loving the EU and stuff like that, this is kind of like putting salt in their wounds, right? Honestly, I think so. So let's see here. All right. Scott Johnson, the rock kind of reminds me of Waru. Maybe it's a young mini Waru. You know what? Let me see here, because I remember Waru.
You know what? If that rock becomes a bounty hunter, it could track its quarry.
Oh goodness, yes. Okay, let's see here. Yeah. So Waru's like a scaly, has a scaly exterior. I'd never seen what Waru looked like, so I didn't know. Um and so it's kind of gelatin on the inside with scales on the outside, kind of sentient being that existed beyond, like a trans-dimensional being hailing from the universe parallel to the galaxy, Star Wars galaxy. So his species is different from those known as the New Republic database. Yeah. So he is like a kind of like a bug species in a sense, or a gel with an outer shell, like soft on the inside, kind of like a crab, maybe, whatever. So I really never investigated in what he looked like. So thank you for bringing that up, because I freaking wasn't even thinking about him, even with this. Okay, Jedi Padawan Trayla. This beats the zombie Sith in Red Harvest. Oh my god. What do you think, Stig?
It beats the what?
The zombie Sith in Red Harvest.
I haven't read that one.
Okay.
I've heard it's shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they have zombie stormtroopers too, and Death Troopers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't like that book, and to be honest, that Death Troopers is probably S canon because it has absolutely nothing to do with any of the other books or movies. And it's never mentioned again.
Yeah. All right. So Robert, levitating rocks is offensive towards the geode kind. And then Galadorn, sup? What's up? How are you doing? All right. Let's see here. Soul Assassin, can y'all imagine the geode merchandise? So if you have this and you split the geode open, do you get crystals? And so if you see them on the market, is that just like selling pelts of like animals then?
Well, you can imagine they sell it at a quarry.
Yeah, there's a quarry of them. It's gonna be pet rocks all over again.
Maybe he's a Quarian.
Oh, good one. Good one.
Thank you.
Bain 1776. I think they all went to college to get this creative. Hey, I'm in college right now myself, and yeah, but I know what you're saying. Okay. OG Star Wars. Yeah, my nerdy home. Okay. All right. I did see she retweeted once or twice. I think I seen one of her replies to a tweet. But I didn't think it had a picture attached to it, so I don't think I seen exactly what you're talking about. Hey, I have like 5 followers on Twitter. Let's see here. This is Rocky 9000. There we go. Okay, jumped. All right. And we have 32 people here watching. Thank you guys so much. And please share this stream on Twitter. And then also press the like button. You guys' support is greatly appreciated. And keep the comments going on this. So let's go here. So the great one is here. I've seen pictures of Rest in Peace Star Wars written on the rock. And I've seen someone put Dwayne Rock Johnson's face on it. Oh my God, are you serious? Did you finish editing your picture yet, Stig?
Nope.
Okay. Once you do, share the link with me in the chat or whatever, or in our private chat, and I can share here. So here we go. And then again, thank you, Soul Assassin. You're a great mod here. Follow Stig on Twitter here. So here's that. So if you haven't, he's going to put something up funny. All right. And then Dex 030, I'm sorry if I said that wrong. Greets from Germany. Let's rock and roll. Literally, let's rock. What if her name is Roll? There we go. Like, I just had to be kind of corny there. And then Dave Myers, I've seen some questionable stuff posted by The Rock on social media. Yes. Okay, Soul Assassin. Bet The Rock doesn't crack under pressure. There we go. Maybe that's the only solid character that they can make. You think about that?
Yeah, that's something they can build on.
Yeah, something they can build on, or maybe they're only solid rock character they can keep and make. So, Brian, I think towards the end of SWG, they did implement some of the zombie troopers and stuff for their flashpoints for the holiday style events. So, and then Larry, Blue Harvest was the fake title of Revenge, Return of the Jedi. I think I remember that. I think I do remember that. Let's see here. All right. So let's go here. Counterfeiting Geode merch, easy. Probably Geode. Kevin Tino. OG Midnight's Edge showed the trailer a few times this morning. It broke Rob. They have a trailer. I didn't even think about that. Oh God dang it. All right. I just wanted to get the stream going. So
Well, it wasn't that long ago when Midnight's Edge did several videos saying Star Wars was saved. Okay. What happened in between?
Let's see here. Star Wars. Let's see if I can pull this video up. All right. Thanks for reminding me. I'm like, I totally ignore that part. I wouldn't even know which one it would be though. The Razor Crest enters Galaxy Heroes. We want your High Republic question. Let's see here. I wouldn't even know where to find that. I mean, if someone can find that video, share with me on Twitter. Week, the Razor Crest oh shit! There we go. I don't want to hear your voice. All right, so let's see here. The Drenger,
which is Icelandic for boys, by the way.
What, the Drenger?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, and it's Danish too for boys.
Oh my God. Okay. Yeah. So that's crazy. All right. Then
the plant villains are literally named boys.
Oh, that's interesting.
Because I don't know, feminism or.
I don't know either. And I don't know which video to find or put up, but I do have some super chats coming up here. So let me go ahead and get to that. Again, share with me if you guys can find it. So I didn't even think about finding it. Shame on me, but that's okay. So the BS is real at $5. Thank you so much for coming in and joining us and the support. These companies are infested with activists. Don't expect anything good. Well, here's the point here. And I was going to put them together, but are you guys really surprised that we're getting this when we got a penis mechanic? Seriously.
I tweeted out my brilliant creation and I tagged you in it.
Okay, let me go ahead and get to that.
I've learned how to edit pictures now.
Awesome, Stig. You know, they can teach an old dog new trick.
Not old, and I'm not a dog. Thank you very much.
All right.
Hey, so you're older than I am.
Okay, let me see here. It's got to load up. It's just all brown right now. It's just dirt right now. Why isn't it showing up? It's not showing up. It's just all brown image, Stig.
Yeah, because Star Wars is shit now. That's what it is.
Let me see here. Let's see here. Mentions. Let's see here. Let everything update. Okay, so it's showing up. It's not showing up on my computer or my laptop, but it's showing up on my phone. Okay, interesting.
Maybe just refresh.
Maybe. I'm going to take care of that. Let me go ahead and look at the chat real quick. Let's see here. I don't want to miss out on anybody's fun remarks here. D reminds me of the Stonehenge song from Spinal Tap and Dancing Midgets. Interesting.
You know what song should play every time that rock shows up?
What's that?
That song the dwarf sings in The Hobbit, the Misty Mountains song.
Oh my God. Oh my God. All right. So Cody Sparks, thank you for joining us. I have 32 people here. I'd like to see Brie Larson casted as that rock. Ooh, maybe she would, rock it.
Well, she does have same face syndrome, so
And then rock, paper, scissors, anyone?
I bet you that lady scissors that rock.
Hmm. Hmm. Bet you. Well, I wouldn't. I don't know what to say with that one, Stig. I don't.
It's it's a rough grind, but she'll get there.
Oh Lord. Yeah. That's it. No. Imagine if this is the rock's first form, and it's waiting to burst into a rocky road.
Oh, that's ice cold.
Oh. Cavantino, curious how well the rock species go through life, always being stoned. All right. And then Gilderon, Galidoron. I'm always saying Gilderon. I don't know why. I'm so freaking sorry. Yeah, SWG had Dathomir prison breaks out with the Death Trooper plague.
Maybe that
Okay.
pilot is in quarantine.
Quarantine. There you go. Quarantine. All right. Renee Patrick, thank you for joining us. Hortus didn't have hands either, but they were good at digging. So, well, I mean, you have worms that don't have hands. Okay. So, I mean,
Yeah, all of them.
Mm-hmm. All of them. So, but the thing is like, you would think that if for the way it moves, like how worms do, that there's some kind of structure for it to make sense. I don't know. I just can't comprehend. Maybe just like move. I don't know. It's crazy. This is some crazy shit. All right. Sorry about the George's typo. That's okay. I'm polar bear and don't have opposable thumbs. All right. And then
sounds unbearable.
And then Grandmaster Chris, hello.
I mean, because they should be polar opposites, shouldn't they?
Yeah, they should.
Sorry, I'll stop the puns for a while.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Let me see here. We're getting all kinds. There's all kinds of crazy like memes and stuff going on with this now. Twitter is on fire with it, at least with people I know. So let me go ahead and see if I could pull up.
It's a gray rock created by Claudia Gray. She put herself in the story.
Yes. Oh my God. Okay, let's go ahead and remove this one here now. And let's get into what Stig was showing us, or what Stig did. And he has, so here it is. Let me see if I can zoom it in.
See, there. I made a tombstone.
There you go. There you go. So if you guys haven't been following Stig on Twitter and you want to, hear his opinion about the EU, about Disney, Star Wars in general, and everything in between. He even talks about different lore, different franchises and stuff. And even to hear his sarcasm and puns, by all means, follow him. All right. Okay, Terminus. OG Star Wars. I think the armless penis mechanic in Rise of Palps was put in by KK to show that men are useless dicks. And there goes my monetization.
Which is weird since she sucked a lot of them to get a job. They're not really useless, are they?
Only when you need them for any type of use for yourself. So
yeah, and also she stuck her penis into Ryan Johnson to get him to do what she wanted.
Oh my God. Okay. Tommy. Hey Tommy. OG Star Wars, that was not a penis. It was modeled on KK's French tickler. I don't want to know about that crap. All right. Soul Assassin, yo, they said The Rock is the ship navigator. they're saying they're advertising as The Rock, and everybody's like, oh, they're casting The Rock inside, da 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 da. And here we have this. All right. Cavantino, OG, I think the trailer was pulled, but it could be clipped from the morning stream. Hope someone downloaded it in 1080 HD. Yeah, I didn't see it. Maybe I'll have to pull it up.
Well, it's 1080. Ironic, 1080 HD. Really?
Yeah.
Star Wars has ADHD.
Caught that. Brilliant, brilliant, darling, brilliant. All right. So let's see. The BS is real. Do they wield the penis force? I don't know.
Yeah.
I thought the force was female.
Well, apparently, the women are the ones that are supposed to actually wield the penis.
Okay.
If they're good for something, at least.
All right. Ben Dover, Stonehenge, and with the little or laughing faces. Let's see here. Jedi Padawan, Trela, Cheech Marin should do the voice for The Rock. Oh, that would be good, because it's High Republic. I gotcha. That was clever. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Let's see here. And then the great one is here at OG Star Wars. That Star Wars girl has the video on Twitter. I tagged you in a repost of it. Okay. All right. Let's see here. And then Larry Stig, the pun machine. Yes. And OG Star Wars, read my post, please. Which post is that? I don't know which one you're talking about. Is it this one? I already read it. All right. So if you want to retweet or resend that in the comments, I can read your post. Unless you're talking about Twitter. I have no idea. So if I skipped something, I'm sorry. Soul Assassin, brilliant. 10 out of 10, Stig.
Thank you. I was going for a 7, to be honest, but I'll take the 10.
Yeah. Guessing the rock species nemesis is the paper species. Oh my God. Okay. And a nihilist right here. Stig is awesome. I agree.
You know what? If this one has sex with R2D2 after Lando Pando has given R2SDD2, that rock has to go to a geologist
Oh,
to get cleaned up.
A geologist, huh? Oh, okay. Soul Assassin. I don't know what that's about right there. Probably you're using the emotes. It just doesn't show through the stream. All right. And Stig, they're laughing. And then the visuals. I agree with you. The only thing I like from the new stuff is Jedi Fallen Order. And even that is a shadow of what Jedi Knight games and The Force Unleashed were. Go ahead.
From what I could tell from the gameplay of that one, and I've only just watched videos, right?
Mm-hmm.
It looks to play exactly like the new Tomb Raider games mixed with a bit of, what's it called, Uncharted or something?
Yeah.
It's like it's that, but they put a Star Wars skin on it.
Oh. Ooh. Okay.
How do you get different colors like that?
Different colors like what?
On the taggings and stuff. I don't know how to do that.
The taggings?
Yeah.
There we go.
Thing.
I don't know. So let's go ahead and... Okay, so we're going to go ahead and watch this video here. It's about The Rock. So you guys are ready for some fun? Let's do this. All right.
Leox Jossi is the eccentric pilot of a vessel known simply the vessel.
Okay.
Piloted by Apollo and navigated by Jiva, who appears to be a rock. Leox is a charming rogue from the frontier.
So he appears to be a rock.
What it appears to be, and it is what it is. Actually, it doesn't just appear to be. It's retarded.
And it's actually retarded.
Yes.
Okay, so this guy right here, I heard that in the lore, he's gay. And so people are coining him.
His name, if you shuffle the letters, spells is gay. Yeah. That's what you get if you shuffle the letters. But yeah, he's the charming rogue retardando.
Yeah. And people are saying he's the gay Han Solo. That's what they're coining him as.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah. Okay.
Leox and his loyal crew are hired. But disaster strikes as debris from a horrific accident littered across hyperspace threatens to tear the vessel apart. But it'll take more than a galaxy-wide disaster to break Leox's
Look at that. Okay, so look at that picture here. So if he's navigating, you can't even tell.
He's not hooked up to the nav computers at all.
No. He's sitting right behind, doing nothing. He looks like friggin' a seat, like one of the seats or something. Okay, let's go on.
With his effortless piloting, Athens' efficient repairs, and Geode's quick response, the vessel safely exits.
Okay, how in the hell does something like that have quick response when it doesn't have anything to move, or it doesn't have arms, doesn't have eyes? How, I mean, seriously, it looks like it can't do anything. It looks like these objects floating around in space right here. Like, look at, there he is right here. He's right here floating around in space.
I don't know.
Yeah. All right, let's go on.
Hyperspace, presumably in the middle of nowhere. With the transportation business
Okay, so were they in hyperspace right there? Because they say we're in hyperspace, and they're saying that there's debris that's crashing. They're crashing into in hyperspace. But when you're in hyperspace, everything's blurred. Like you have the blurred lines of the stars, so they look like stripes and pins and bright, as you could see, like when we watch the movies and stuff. And then we have that when something breaks up in hyperspace, and we also have it in this lore here. Once something is hit in hyperspace, they leave hyperspace. But in the original lore, what is written, what is part of the lore building or the world building, is that if you're hit in hyperspace and your ship falls apart, you're still staying in hyperspace because you don't have the hyperspace drive to take you out of hyperspace. So how in the heck are they, I don't know. It's like, okay, so they're rewriting their own lore. I get it, but there are certain things and elements that you got to keep true to the world building that came before. And I think hyperspace and hyperdrives and all that are one of them.
You know what? It's kind of fun. If someone asks Geode, is that your home? And he says, mine.
Mine. Oh. Mine.
Yeah, it's a mine.
Mm-hmm. All right. So thank you for sharing that. Thank you so much. But the thing is, okay, so we're going to go ahead and expand on it a little bit more. The hyperspace thing, we already have had Raging Rhino and other people covering it. And it does break continuity. It breaks continuity within its own self, within the movies, and also the world building that was left behind. I'm sorry, but even though we're not going to have the same characters and all that, the world building needs to stay intact. That's there for a reason. Yeah. The rules are there for a reason.
Yeah, and every successful fantasy writer out there will say the same thing. They spend months and months on world building for a reason, because that is the framework that holds the story together. What you can and can't do within that setting is vital. And the more they flesh out the world the story takes place in, the better, because that makes you're supposed to believe it's a real place.
Yeah.
And second to that, or maybe even more importantly, the fantasy world needs to feel like a character, because it is the most important character in the story, because it's the one every other character interacts with.
Yeah.
Imagine Lord of the Rings and the Middle Earth. If Tolkien hadn't fleshed out Middle Earth the way he did, it would not have been the same at all. It would just been a run-of-the-mill story with no depth.
Exactly. And the thing is, with this hyperspace and this hyperdrive, you need a hyperdrive to go into hyperspace, right? You need one to get out.
Yeah.
So again, when something is hit, you maintain staying inside hyperspace. You will not go back into world or real space because you are stuck in hyperspace. And that's what put the fear in everybody that's piloting, especially if their hyperdrive goes out or something goes wrong with their ship in hyperspace. Because if something happens, they are forever staying in hyperspace.
Yeah.
And that was
And
part of the lore.
oh yeah, and in one of the what was it, Black Fleet Crisis, they ditched one of the villains out the airlock basically while in hyperspace.
Mm-hmm.
He's never getting found. He's floating around forever.
Exactly. And so there's those rules there. And then how you jump into hyperspace really relies on where you're at, the gravity, atmosphere, any of that, because you can't jump into hyperspace near black holes. You can't jump into hyperspace in gravity wells such as planets and stuff. If you
Yeah.
have an interdictor, that can pull you out because it creates a gravity well.
Didn't they explain that in the Solo movie actually during the Kessel run?
I didn't watch that, so I can't tell you. So
I think
if
so.
anybody
And
watched that,
here's the thing, though: hyperspacing from within gravity is they did it in Rogue One too,
mm-hmm.
when they're escaping. Is it Jedi or Jeddah?
Yeah, Jeddah.
Yeah, when they enter hyperspace before they're off the
Out of
planet.
atmosphere.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did jump into that. And
Yeah.
so there's, I mean, so if that's their thing, it destroys the world building. It destroys the OT when Han explains that.
Oh, and not just that, it destroys the blockade around Naboo.
Yeah, that too, because because you only have a certain hyperspaces that can go towards certain planets and stuff, because hyperspace lanes are mapped out areas where, you know, there's no planets, there's no asteroids or anything that would interfere or traveling through hyperspace that would cause a gravity well. And people don't understand that. They think it's just willy-nilly. You can fly anywhere, and that's how Disney Star Wars is friggin' treating the property.
Yeah, it's actually why Han and Luke and Kenobi couldn't immediately enter hyperspace when they leave Tatooine.
Exactly.
They needed to plot the course and then make the jump while they were in space. And you know, imagine episode 1 if they could have just hyperspaced from Naboo, you know, from within the planet.
Yeah,
their ship wouldn't have been damaged, and they would never have found Anakin.
Yeah.
So that's a major plot point.
Correct.
And you have the rebels escaping from Hoth as well. If they could have just hyperspaced from within the gravity of Hoth, the Star Destroyers would have been no threat.
Exactly.
At all.
Yeah.
And also, Yavin 4. All the rebels could have just escaped before the Death Star even got close enough to shoot.
Yeah. Yeah. And the thing is too, is like, okay, so just imagine if they would have kept with some of the world building or the world building for the ST when it comes to, I would say, you know, pursuing the resistance in, you know, the Last Jedi. Okay. And they brought in interdictors, or even they brought them in for the Force Awakens. They brought in interdictors to threaten, you know, and they stuck with the rules of, you know, the blockades and stuff to the planets, and brought in interdictors to create tension between the resistant that's trying to get away or trying, you know, whatever, and looking for Luke and stuff. Just imagine that, you know, bringing that in, even if it's, you know, even though it was created in the original lore and they brought them in, and they use that to create suspense and stuff. Just imagine that. Many fans would be excited, especially the EU fans, because it was mainly used in the EU. But then we would have, you know, something that would make sense, that would not break the rules of, you know, of the PT and the OT when it comes to hyperdrive and all that. And, you know, and it would stay true to the lore. And Bane 1776 says they did it in Mandalorian from Tython. I noticed that. I did see that.
Yeah, they did it in the Clone Wars too. So that was before Rogue One. So Filoni did it first.
Yeah. And then Jedi
But
Padawan trailer. How does it have quick reflexes? It doesn't have arms. Exactly. Holy crap. Exactly. I mean, when I was
well,
watching the video,
to be fair, that could be mental reflexes, navigational reflexes, not physical.
but still, it still needs to
Oh yeah, it's
respond.
still dumb.
Yeah. It's not connected to anything. It needs to, if, okay, so just, it doesn't have arms, legs, or what have you. So it's using its mental skills, whatever, its brain or whatever. And where is it connected to the navigation computer? It has to be connected.
Yeah, because you know, it's the ship that does the movement.
Yeah.
You know, you have to
You know,
punch it in. You can't just stare at a computer and not do anything and just wait for it to download porn for you. You
mhm.
know,
Yeah, exactly. Download poor. Oh my God. But yeah, seriously, there's no indication on where it is plugged in to even use anything. Doesn't have arms. So either you're using your mind and your hands to, navigate and, plug in the commands and stuff or type in the commands, or you're like a droid where you plug in, you plug yourself in and you do it that way. So what the hell? So there's no indication of that. It's not believable. It's just like they just shit this out their ass. Okay, let's see here. Grand Master Chris, you're making the mistake of using common sense.
oh,
Nowadays, is that a mistake? Or now is it a sign of high intelligence?
it's apparently you're rather unique if you actually can even consider common sense these days.
Mm-hmm.
You're like a Mensa member if you do that.
A nihilist. That is accurate, Stick, but it's still a fun video game, and Respawn clearly cared, and I respect that. So it's probably talking about the
Yeah, Fallen Order.
yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, there was praise for it. Have fun. Like I said, if you like it, all power to you. Enjoy it, what have you. But you can't ignore the BS that's going on right now. Seriously.
You know what? When it comes to Star Wars games,
Mm-hmm.
ever since Jedi Academy, which
Okay.
was early 2000s, Star Wars games have not done lightsabers right. Even the Force Unleashed and KOTOR as well. They treated the lightsaber as a damage stick. You have to hit people several times with a lightsaber.
Mm-hmm.
Even stormtroopers, you have to whack them like 6 or 7 times, right? For them to
You said
die.
whack. You said
Yeah,
whack.
yeah. You need to whack them off. But yeah, lightsabers have not been done right since the Jedi Knight series. Which,
Mm.
if you hit a stormtrooper with a direct lightsaber hit in that one, you chop his arm off.
Mm-hmm.
He was dead. It was one hit, one kill,
Yeah.
which is
Wow.
what lightsabers are like.
Yeah.
But in the Force Unleashed and stuff, you're basically using it as a baseball bat, and you send people flying when you hit them with
Mm-hmm.
it. So that's like it's a gripe I have with Star Wars games, and that's not just Fallen Order.
Yeah.
It's Force Unleashed as well, and to some extent KOTOR.
Yeah, I remember you even mentioned that in the past as well. So I get it. And you never ever has like myself or you ever said that, the original EU is perfect with their games or what have you. There's, but it was well kept. It was well kept. And
You
I
know, you know what
uh,
would be fun
go
if
ahead.
the Geode character
Mm-hmm.
is actually the rock that killed Rey before Kylo brought her back.
Oh, I didn't even know about that. So he's assassin now?
Yeah, it just drops on people.
The soup kaplunk. There you go. An assassin. You wouldn't see it coming.
No, yeah, because
Oh god.
it's a rock. You wouldn't be able
Hmm.
to sense it in the Force, would you?
Yeah.
You'd sense the Force
Well,
floating around it.
he's supposed to be sentient. So do you think?
Well, he's still dead because a rock is dead. It's dead material.
But according to Disney Star Wars, he's sentient. So he's not dead.
Well, they say that droids are sentient too.
I know. I'm just poking at the irony or hypocrisy
It's
of this.
it's getting hard to defend.
I know. I'm poking fun at this. I am seriously poking fun. And what I did is I shared that that picture, that concept art with Stephen Wayne art, and I said, "Can you fix this?" And I had like laughing emojis, and he says, "Oof," with the laughing emojis, and sent, "You can't fix stupid."
Yeah.
Can't fix stupid. I was challenging him. So let's see. I have Lord Vader here highlighted. OG Star Wars, would you guys react, or how would you react if Disney announces that they're going to stop doing more Star Wars content? I wouldn't care. I have the EU.
Yeah. Actually, in this case, less is more.
Mm-hmm.
You know. They have a rock character, a square block of rock.
A square block of rock.
Yeah,
And I'll
that's
show another one. Okay, I'm going to show you another one, but this one makes sense. This was shared to me on Twitter, so I'm going to pull it up here.
I'm gonna go make myself some tea while you pull it up.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. So I'm going to go ahead, and this is also another character within the lore. So give me a few seconds here, and I will share as soon as I scroll to it. I mean, I've gotten so many responses, and also in streams that I'm tagged, or Twitter streams I'm tagged in, that has so many responses that this is unreal, you guys. This is unreal. Let me see here. All right. It's hilarious. And you guys are freaking amazing for sharing a lot of this with me and your guys' humor about this and all. All right. Okay, I got it. So I'm going to pull it up and share with you. Okay. So let's see what I have here. I wish we had like little music, to go with it. So we have the Cacran. And this again is Wikipedia because I don't have the source material on me other than this. And we all know how Wikipedia can be with sharing the information here. But we have the Cacran here, and you can see in this little picture, orange depicted picture here, it looks like actual beings. Like, I wouldn't say humanoids, but it has appendages like arms and legs, a head, eyes and stuff. But they are, the distinctions are the body is made of rock. And so this is the Disney's lore here, Disney Star Wars. And it appears in Star Wars 68, 69, 70, 71, 72. So basically the comics, I believe, from what I see here. And so this is called the Cacran. So we do have, the difference here is that this is a sentient being that has appendages that make sense, that can be believable in in who they are right here. But the other one, Mr. Geode, doesn't make sense. He really doesn't make sense at all. All right, Terminuses at OG Star Wars. That rock is the only High Republic character with a lot of gray matter. Oh, thank you. And then Cavatinho, sentient rock, High Republic genius. And of course, he's got the mocking little laugh emojis and stuff. This isn't the rock you're looking for. And then I write fantasy. My world building has taken years and still grows. Exactly. And tossing away or not going with the established world building that George left him, at least. Don't use the EU characters and stuff. That's fine. But, stick with the world building and how it was created, the foundation, right? And they haven't done that either. The great one is here. A gravity well can pull you out violently. Correct. And what was it in Thrawn trilogy? If you guys have read that, and Heir to the Empire, Luke does get pulled out violently. And this is where Thrawn tries to capture him for Sabayoth. And Mara finds him stranded because he cleverly, even though he knows he can cause damage, he did it anyways. And he cleverly got away. And Mara found him stranded in space in the middle of nowhere. So Galley-Dorn, you can't expect participation award. Writers hired by nepotism to concern themselves about other writers on the same subject wrote G's. Same subject wrote G's. All right. I think I got what you're saying there. But yeah, I get your point here. We are in the generation of participation trophies, and it's really doing a lot of damage with even creativity and stuff. Annihilus make me think of the final episode of Firefly with Early still floating out there. I haven't seen that. I know probably Stig can relate to you on that. So I have nothing to reply with that because I haven't seen Firefly. I'm sorry. Bane 1776. They did it in Mandalorian. Oh yeah, I already read that one. So Soul Assassin, traveling through hyperspace ain't like dusting crops. Han Solo, correct. And that's where it's disturbing. Mind you, the six original movies make the foundation, but we also have a lot of foundation and world building in the original EU. Don't have to use the characters, but keep the foundation so that you can keep the lore tight, that you can have stuff to build upon and everything makes sense. And they failed to do that. And we are pointing that out. I do get backlash on Twitter from people when I compare and contrast between the original lore and the new lore. Like, for example, what did I compare? Oh yeah, I compared, why Cara Dune should know Luke Skywalker to Dark Forces, where Jan Ors gets to meet Luke Skywalker. She was an operative. She never worked for him, never, was under his command and stuff, but she recognized him. She knew who he was. And so I use that example to compare and contrast because Cara Dune comes from Alderaan, right? And so Princess Leia is her princess. She should know who she is, obviously, right? But she should also know, the leaders are the pivotal heroes that, accomplished great things, even if by name and picture only. I'm not saying that they should know, everybody should know Luke and they should all be buddies and friends and what have you. What I'm saying is that Luke was so significant in destroying and defeating the first Death Star and even the Empire and Return of the Jedi that he would be known, and also known with the Empire because they have sent out warrants or wanted information. I mean, his bounty for him was $500,000. So he is known, and so seeing that he's not known in this really takes away from his development and stuff, as well as a hero and all that, and also the retention of not being caught all the damn time. All right. Stunning and brave Megatron. Hey, thank you for joining. Rock Wars. There you go. And then Rock Monster is a better villain than Kylo Ren. Oh, there you go. Soul Assassin, the Force Unleashed to let you cut through stormtroopers with the lightsabers. Yeah, that's what I heard. All right, let's see here. The Fractured Filter, hello, thank you for joining. Thank you. Jedi Academy and Outcast cannot and will not be outdone with the lightsaber combat, and you had to actually be careful because the enemy could kill you just as fast. Plus, Katarn rules. Kyle Katarn, Stig will, he points this out, and I highly agree with him. He is one of the most original EU characters we have, and he's one of the first. And he's beloved, and he basically, I think was underrated. They could have used him and had his own spinoff story as well. That was a huge missed opportunity by George Lucas era of Star Wars, and I wish they would have used him more in a lot of stories. Stunning and brave Megatron, talk about getting your rocks off, right? All right.
Hi, I'm back.
Why, hello, back. How are you doing?
Well, I have a big thermos cup filled with Earl Grey, and I made some sandwiches.
Nice. Good job. That sounds great.
Yeah, I'm not toxic at all. I make my own sandwiches.
He makes his own. Yeah, we were just talking about Kyle Katarn here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I was telling them that I agree with you that he was one of the the most original characters that came from the EU.
Yeah, former stormtrooper.
Mm-hmm, exactly. Everything that what Finn was supposed to be, basically.
They've ripped him off twice.
Yeah.
Once with Kanan and once with Cassian Andor.
Uh-huh.
All you have to do is put those two together and you get Kyle Katarn.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
And he even has the same outfit as Kanan. And
Correct.
ironically, Hera, the pilot lady, Twi'lek,
Yeah.
she's Janor's 2.0. She has the same goggles even and the same outfit, flies the ship. And incidentally, the same voice actress.
Ah.
Yeah.
That's a great catch right there, Stig.
Mm-hmm.
Great catch. There you go. So Geode got the drop on Rey, all right. Talking about dropping their, killing her. The thing is, okay, so I didn't watch Rise of Skywalker. So she died from a rock landing on her?
I don't know. Those stuff crumbled and she keeled over.
Okay. Because, I mean, seriously, couldn't she use the Force to stop him?
I guess all the Jedi stopped protecting her.
I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so we have standing and brave Megatron Cochrane. Oh. All right. Renee, Patrick, thank you for joining. Exactly. So he's agreeing on 1 point, maybe Kyle Katarn. Cavatinho, OG, cannot wait to see your trailer on High Republic Asian-looking female Jedi, Lily Torre Asi. I haven't been paying too much of, with the High Republic.
That's the one that looks like a copy of Boltar Swan. Even has the same outfit.
Ah, okay. Okay. Like I said, I haven't been paying too much attention to it because it's not worth my time. Although this cracked me up because, this came to a pivotal moment of, redemption for the EU fans. There we go. I finally found the word of, the anti-EU fans bashing us and mocking the lore, and then everything they mock coming to truth and coming into their canon that they like, that they're defending. So it's just sweet, revenge or sweet irony of it. I don't know, but I cracked up. Like I said, I was sitting there cracking up. Everybody's sharing their puns, having fun, and all that. And I just couldn't stop laughing, behind my phone. I'm like, you know what? Let's have a live stream and just poke fun at this and just poke fun at the hypocrisy of it all. And just laugh. We all need a good laugh, right? And finally, we got a good laugh. So, and hearing, seeing Stig's pun tweets and everybody else participating, that was loads of fun. So formerly Rod Line. Okay, think about it. These people have taken a cultural icon, modern myth, and devalued it of a all real cultural impact. His dense can, or how dense can these people be? These are myth killers. Yeah.
Well, they probably have the same density as Geode.
Probably. But the thing is like, I know I think everybody, their people want a good Star Wars, and they thought they were getting it with Mandalorian. Mind you, if you like it again, enjoy it. I'm not stopping you. But the thing is everything is tied together. Everything is under one continuity within Disney Star Wars. So no matter how big and, Luke Skywalker's scene and what, how it made you feel, mind you, I'm glad you felt that way, what have you. It still leads to Luke or Jake Skywalker. It does. And so, I mean, how long can we stay in the Stockholm syndrome? Or not we, but how long can, Star Wars fans who are trying to, love the new Star Wars, how can you take this, I guess you can say...
At this point, we have Favreau saying the Mandalorian will lead into the sequel trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
They've already mentioned the idea of the First Order,
Mm-hmm.
which is sequel trilogy. They mentioned Canto Bight.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have the High Republic burning the franchise from the other end.
Yeah, it's like a candle lit on both ends, right?
So I'm sorry, if people still think they're going to get something good and things are going to get fixed, sorry, you're stupid. Because you have like thousands. You have thousands of solid facts that it's not going to get better. If you ignore that and still think it's going to get better, it's like, fool me once, shame on me, right? Fool me twice, You know, not fool me. Yeah, the other way around.
I get
But
it.
yeah,
Fool
it's
me
like,
once, shame on
but
you. Fool me twice, shame on me. There you go.
yeah. But at this point, it's like fool me 1,000 times. You
Yeah.
know,
How
then
many
you know the
times?
problem is kind of stopped. It stops being Star Wars. That's the problem, and you're the problem.
Hmm.
You know, if you keep falling for it.
Yeah. Yeah. And my channel, and I say this thousands of times, because I do have people that come to my channel that are brand new. My channel is mainly George Lucas era of Star Wars. That includes the movies, that includes the novels, the games, comics, what have you. I do once in a great while report, some news that comes through from Disney Star Wars. Like today, right now, we are, laughing at the hypocrisy. As EU fans, we're laughing at this because of the fact that these people mocked us for so many years, saying how convoluted the lore is, what have you, and mocked Palpatine coming back. Yet now we have him come back in Rise of Skywalker. You can't laugh at that no more, right? And then also, laughing about the sentient mountain that is basically in canon. Well, you can't laugh at that anymore because you got your sentient rock. There you go. And so I'm seeing the irony, the hypocrisy in all of this. And kind of this is like a little like joke that are allowing us release and laughter from all of this, and giving these anti people, or these people who don't care for the EU, maybe a little soccer punch in the belly. That's how I see it.
Yeah, yeah, and then you have the people that are going, stand with Gina Carano, cancel Disney, and don't give Disney Star Wars a dime. And then, like, 2 weeks later, oh, look at all these Mandalorian action figures I just bought, and my Baby Yoda PJs. Yeah, that really showed Disney. That really helps.
Yeah, I can't understand, and I don't understand the approach. Okay, so
It's virtue signaling. It's just virtue signaling from the other side.
and I mean, stand your ground. I mean, seriously. So if you don't like what the company did to an employee, then by all means, don't give your money to them. Because you have to speak with your money. Yeah, they might hear your voice. They might be watching your channel. Hell, they may be watching my little itty bitty channel. I'm not even 2,000 yet. The thing is that you got to, your stance is with your money. So your stance is with your money. And I don't like what happened to Gina Carano. I don't care for Cara Dune as a character. I never really cared for her. I mean, she's there. She's one of the pivotal characters, but I never felt compelled to fully like her character. And that's fine. If you did, that's fine too. Have at it. But the thing is,
Raging Rhino made a good point today.
Okay, what did he say?
Because in December, people got pissed when you criticized the writing in The Mandalorian, right?
Yeah.
And you were an elitist and blah, blah, blah. And, you don't, the show is fantastic. Mm-hmm. Then Gina Carano gets fired. And so the show was all about her. It wasn't about the writing anymore.
Yeah. Okay. That's right.
That's kind of, so it was just about Gina Carano all along then. It wasn't about the writing.
Mm.
So which is it,
I know, and I get it. And if you think about it, like when you look at original Star Wars, like, we all started off in Star Wars with Luke Skywalker. Yeah, the story was about him, but it was also about Han and Leia, and also what was going on in the galaxy far, far away, correct? So there was no real focus of it just being about Luke or just being about Leia or what have you. You got into the story because you wanted to see what's going to happen next. What is Vader going to do? And then we start learning about the Emperor. We're like, oh shit, this very crazy villain that probably, like, for me growing up, it's scary. He scared the shit out of me. Okay. So, he has to answer to someone greater than him. Holy crap. So there's more depth to that than worrying about one single character. We all like our favorite character. People loved Han. My favorite character was Luke.
Yeah. And then you watch movies, and all of a sudden one of the movies starts referencing a book you just read that was released a year before, which happened with the prequels.
Mm-hmm.
because Attack of the Clones starts off with some references to the approaching Storm book.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. And I think we talk about Stig and I talk about the continuity between the books and how they lead. Some books do lead into the movies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they were released before the movies, and
Yeah.
George Lucas stuck with those books.
Yeah. Exactly. And I'm gonna go ahead and why didn't she just open up for me? Damn it! I'm gonna share. It's not. Let me see. How many clicks do I have to do? There we go. Damn it! These freaking sites are so finicky sometimes. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and share the timeline. So if you guys have any questions on where to start, where to begin the EU, I'm gonna go ahead and share a tab. Let me make sure this is the right one. There we go.
Where to start is pretty much, well, yeah, that's the list.
There we go.
But if you're starting out, a good starting point is pretty much always the Thrawn trilogy or Plagueis.
Yeah, exactly. And I think I tweeted a little bit about this on Twitter yesterday or last night or whatever. And some people really love like old Republic stuff. And so I'd say the Darth Bane trilogy, or you could start with the game or what have you. PT, Plagueis, even though there's a lot more stuff to go on there, it connects you to the movies as well. And then with the classic, the Rebellion years, let's see here. The classic
Han Solo trilogy, I'd say.
Yeah, you think so?
Mhm.
I never recommended anything in there because no one ever asked to where they start within that era. And then after the New Republic as well, which is basically post Return of the Jedi. You have, the Thrawn trilogy, which is always a go-to. I did state that I think that I like the Thrawn trilogy. I do. It's great, but I think it's overrated. There's also other books within that timeline are just as good, what have you. I'm not anti-Thrawn trilogy or Thrawn or Zahn or anything like that. I just think that it's overrated, but that's just my opinion. I do enjoy, I always go back to it. Like I have the unabridged Audible for it. And I always like to listen to it while I'm working around the house, what have you, because I already know the story. And it's fun. And then you also have, if you want further information about like how or where or when Leia actually becomes a Jedi Knight, you have the Darkness trilogy. If you want something that's different, that doesn't have the same old villains, the Empire, the remnant of the Empire, then the New Jedi Order brings a whole new threat to the whole galaxy. And I think even though it's long, I really like the series. Of course, there's going to be some that I like, and I'm pretty sure anybody else will like and dislike within the series, but it's a great series. And then you have Legacy Era, which is basically 40 years, and we have Grandmaster Luke Skywalker, we have his other threats and stuff, and which basically we have Luke against Jason Solo basically kind of mirrors, or they copied that storyline for the sequel trilogy. So when you see Jake versus Kylo and Luke versus Ben, or not Ben versus Jason, you have a lot of similarities within that time frame. Very, very good. So I really, really like it. So let's see here. I think we're going to start closing out. We're coming up like an hour and a half. I thought we just have fun laughing at everything that's going on.
Just give a shout out to Kenobi and the Darth Vader book that takes place right after Revenge of the Sith. Those are also very good starting points because they branch out from Revenge of the Sith, and you get to see what happens to Kenobi and then what happens to Vader, and they kind of mirror each other a bit.
They do. It's like they're like running side by side, and we get Vader and his development, and Kenobi and him settling in as he's supposed to be with his mission and protecting Luke and stuff. So it's very, very good.
You know why?
What?
It's a bit of polar opposites, because Anakin in Rise of Lord Vader is becoming Darth Vader, right? that's the arc, is becoming Vader.
Mm-hmm.
Kenobi is trying to not be Obi-Wan. So he is getting rid of himself while Anakin is becoming,
Mm.
you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Very, very good.
So basically, Anakin is evolving into Vader while Obi-Wan is devolving from being a Jedi.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, it's great stories. Oh my God, you guys. So I mean, if you guys seen the rumors that has been posted about Kenobi being in Andor, the Andor series,
Mm-hmm.
I would say, me, like I even say with those people who say, oh, I have insiders that are telling me that, there's a division in, Disney Lucasfilm. If I
Bullshit.
don't see the evidence and it's not proven to me, I don't believe it. And I need to see tangible evidence, or I need to see actually it happening. Rumors are there's just that rumors, and that's how we see that Kenobi one. Until it happens, yeah, I'm gonna take a look at it. I'll be like, okay, they're breaking lore. If they plan on doing that, I will discuss it. If they plan on doing that and going to that, they are
Well,
breaking continuity.
you know what? YouTubers claim to have insiders and all kinds of sources all the time.
Yeah.
If you just scroll past their videos for the last year or so,
Mm-hmm.
and you'll see the rumors or whatever in the title, right?
Yeah.
Just scroll back a year and then check. Hey, did this rumor end up being true?
Mm-hmm.
You'll find that pretty much 0% turned out to be true.
Yeah.
Because Kathleen Kennedy has been confirmed to be out of Star Wars probably 8 or 9 times now.
Yeah.
And people still keep listening to these chumps.
Yeah, she's in there. She's in there. So formerly read Rodline basically says if Kennedy somehow goes away and the right person gets in, they can wipe away all the Disney lore like Disney did the EU to the EU. You know what? They didn't invest in the EU. Basically, yeah, they bought it with the package, but they have the decision on, like creative decision on doing what they want to do. Correct. I understand that. However, what if they say no, we want to keep everything, and the person who comes in replace, is told to leave everything intact? How would you guys feel about that? Everybody puts their coin on. If Kennedy leaves, the EU is going to be, or their material that they created is going to be erased. What if it's not?
Oh, it's not going to be erased. If Kennedy's fired,
Mm-hmm.
she gets replaced by someone, yes, but they're not going to get rid of all the Star Wars they've made since 2014 or whenever it was.
Yeah. Okay. So
they probably have 50 books. They probably have a few hundred comics.
Mm-hmm.
They have a trilogy, a Star Wars trilogy that all of them made over $1 billion.
Correct.
Like them or not, and you have Rogue One and the Filoni shit. They're not just going to dump that.
Yeah.
So even if Kennedy's out, Star Wars is never going to go back to where it was.
Exactly. And so I'm going to go ahead and answer to this. So he says, our firmly Rod line says, if Disney can wipe away the EU, there is a chance that someone can come and wipe away the Disney garbage. The thing is that at the higher ups, Disney themselves is the one who said the EU is not canon, not Kennedy or anybody else. It was their decision. So if someone comes in and replaces and takes her job, it's still Disney's decision. It's not the person who comes in as president. It's her higher ups. It's their higher ups.
Yeah, because people tend to assume Kennedy was the one who got rid of the EU. But according to Bob Iger's book, it was more him, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So when Kennedy said we don't have 800-page novels or something, that could have been a little stab at him too, for having gotten rid of all that and made her job more difficult. We don't know that.
Yeah.
It's very easy to assume.
Exactly.
Kennedy, and I'm not defending her. She's been a train wreck, but still, She was the one that produced The Mandalorian. People seem to skip over that bit.
Yeah.
When they're praising Mandalorian, she should get praised for it too, because she greenlit it.
Exactly.
And she was the one who hired Rosario Dawson to play Ahsoka.
Yeah.
So, she deserves all the spanking she's getting. But if you're gonna praise The Mandalorian and Favreau and Filoni, you have to praise her as well, because it wouldn't have been made without her. So, credit where it's due. Can't have it both
whether
ways.
we like it or not. Yeah, whether we like it or not. It's like when I do my research to compare and contrast, and I see something. Oh well, they kind of got this right here. So this part here they got right versus this part they got wrong. So you always got to give credit where credit's due. But there's a lot more damage than there is anything else. There's a lot more damage to the lore than there's anything else. And their novels, their EU and their product right now is not even as extensive. And even this right here that I'm sharing, the timeline, the novel timeline, that's not everything. That's not everything. So imagine only Disney having like one line, not even one line of this information right here of lore that they created, but yet they created so much continuity error versus what we see right here in the timeline, which, still is pretty much coherent. And if there's any minor issues, or if there's any issues, it was minor, and they were quick to change, to take care of it so that everything was, in a well-constructed continuity. So, they seemed like they can't handle keeping track of their continuity. And I think that's the whole point that, us EU fans are saying, is that they are in a property that's basically one timeline made from the movies, unlike any other property there is, maybe, there's, are one of the singular popular, franchise that has one history, one of, or, there's not that many. There's a lot that reboot all the damn time. Star Wars never got a reboot until the purchase, until the buyout.
Yeah,
and I think that's what we're pointing out.
Episode 7 was a reboot remake of Episode 4. They just moved some scenes around and changed some lines, but it's the same movie.
Yeah, exactly. And then Terminus East, OG Star Wars. When you see a Disney Star Wars writer in a photo posing with an EU book, man, don't you just want to throw the book at them? Yeah, that's like with that Chris whatever, Torrio, whatever his name is. There we go. That helped write The Rise of Skywalker. It's like, yeah, I mean, seriously,
He sat there during an interview with the Thrawn book, one of the Thrawn books, next to him, the one that has a hidden Sith fleet or whatever it is.
Yeah,
that one, the one he ripped off, that was next to him while he was writing the script.
Yeah,
they didn't even bother hiding it. And the sad part is that only the EU fans caught it.
Yeah.
Regular Star Wars fans had no clue.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of, Stig, go ahead and answer some of these right here. I'm going to run and get I went to the comic shop, my local comic shop, and I got some few gems from there that are legends or original lore, and I'll share them.
Wouldn't you get gems at a jewelry store, though?
That is just a figure of speech, my friend. So I'll be right back. Okay. I'm going to go grab them real quick, and I'm going to share them with you guys.
I'll talk to the chats while you're away.
Yes.
Okay, Galadorn, I'm sorry you're getting beat up in SWTOR. Best of luck to you. Fight hard, never surrender. Fade in, the great one is here. They created continuity errors in their own stuff, or even against what is supposed to be there with the original 6 movies. Correct. They actually started the continuity issues from the first novel. Like right from the get-go, they had wiped the slate clean so they wouldn't have continuity errors. And they even said there would be perfect synergy between the comics, the novels, and the movies, and didn't work. Soul Assassin says if Star Wars didn't get sold, the lore would have been continued past the Legacy series, which what could have been. Yes, and they were also expanding on it from the other side because there was a Darth Zana book series in the works, which was supposed to follow up Bane. Because there's like in the EU or in Star Wars in general, there's nothing between Darth Bane and Plagueis. It's like a few thousand years, I think. I think it's 1,200 years between Bane and Plagueis. So that's a huge patch of blank space they could have messed around with. And they also started dishing out stories from way before that, from the Dawn of the Jedi, because we got a comic series of that too and a book, but that stopped when Star Wars was told as well. So they were building Star Wars on 3 fronts. And correct, Ben. Now we have a rock.
Now it's rock solid.
Yep.
Now it's rock solid. All right, you guys. So this is my, I guess you could say I have a haul, and I got these comics and stuff from the comic book shop that's near me, and they're all X-Wing series Dark Horse comics here. So let's see here. I don't have them in any particular order, but I do have, this one's not necessarily one.
Just I misheard that.
What did you see? What did you hear?
I'll type it in the chat because I'm not going to say that one.
Okay. All right. And then I have this one, X-Wing, a Rogue Squadron, The Phantom Affair. Only $3. So, and then Rogue Squadron, this is number 2. That was number 3 I shared, The Phantom Affair. And they're well kept in covers here. This is 3 of 4. Do I have 2 of them? No, this is, yeah. No.
I put it in the private chat. It's actually quite funny, but.
Okay, I'm going to take a look right now. Yeah, so I'm pretty excited about these. What? Okay, so, and then I have this one right here. So another one. And so these are all Rogue Squadrons here. I know I probably I have them in the collection, but these were just like $2-3 over there. I was super excited. Might as well pick them up. They're in protector covers here.
Yeah, and it's even if you have all those omnibuses, it's still better to read a single comic.
Mm-hmm.
Just feels better.
There you go, you guys. So I was like a kid in the candy store. This one right here, the Warrior Princess as well.
Oh, that one I just read those.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of winter in it.
Okay, a lot of winter, and that's a person mind you guys. It's not an actual like climate season.
Winter and Tycho is in it a lot.
Yeah, and I'm taking this out of the sleeve.
And there's like 3 or 4 female characters in that series that are main characters, and Star Wars didn't have females, right?
And then I got this one here, Star Wars, featuring, it has Indiana Jones, but I have this right here that I picked up.
Oh, yeah. Oh, The Fate of Atlantis. That's the comic based on the video game, Indiana Jones and The Fate of Atlantis.
So there we have it.
I had those comics in Norwegian, actually. Yeah. And I also had the original game in the box, but I lost it.
Oh, my God. Really?
Oh, people are charging an arm and a leg for that one on eBay now.
Yeah. So basically, here you go. Here's some of the story in here. I'm super excited. I think I do have this in the Luke Skywalker collection, but just finding this in itself, basically, I was just super excited. I took the opportunity to snatch it up to add to my collection, and so I'm super. And oh God, it's you could smell the print on here too. You could smell the ink still on the sucker. So here we go. So I have that. And let's see here. And then I did add Marvel Original Marvel Years Volume 4. Let me take the sticker tag off here.
Oh, the omnibus.
Yes, the epic.
Yeah, that one has. It's not Boba Fett on the cover.
No, it's not. People
No,
need to realize it's not.
It's Fen Saisha.
Yeah, Saisha is the one that Boba Fett. He got. He was near death, and so Boba Fett honored him by killing him. But when he was doing that, and it was an agreement, he says you need, because Saisha was the Mandalore, and so he agreed to take the stance as Mandalore. So that's how he became Mandalore. So here you go. So look at that.
Also, these comics are from the 80s.
Yeah.
And the one with where Fenn shows up, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's where he talks about how Palpatine rose to power through politics during the Clone Wars.
Oh, yes.
Yes, that was in the damn comics from the 80s, and people are like, yeah. George Lucas didn't have a plan for the sequel trilogy. Like, oh yeah, where'd they get that one from then?
Yeah.
It's literally the prequels. Yeah, the prequels.
Use a sequel. So I was like, wait, what? Yeah. But I got it. I gotcha. Yeah. So here we go. It's out. Oh my God. So, it has the classic 80s style comic designs in here. But I'm happy to, put this in my collection as well. So I just thought I'd share, I got good prices for all of these, really good prices. So I snatched them up right away. So I thought I'd share with you guys. So
do you have all of the Marvel ones now? There's 4 released so far, and they're gonna release volume 5 in June.
I have 1 and 4. Yeah. So I'm still collecting. I am still collecting. So yeah. And so I thought I'd share with you guys. Let's see here. Yoda was alive for our 90 of those years, for around 900 years of those years. So I don't know what you guys are discussing there. Sorry I missed you guys' discussion here.
It's I was talking about the empty space in the lore between Darth Bane and Plagueis.
Oh yeah.
There's almost nothing there.
Yeah, exactly. And that's where that's where they could have expanded, or Yoda's life and as a training the Jedi could have been expanded even more.
They kind of started it because they were going to do the Darth Zana books.
That's right. I keep on forgetting. Oh, let's see. I don't want you in there no more. All right. So, I thought I'd come on and just have some shits and giggles. I was almost named the stream Shits and Giggles, just to, have poke fun at, the irony of The Rock coming into play. So I had fun. I did invite other people, but, I think there's other live streams going on, and it's Friday night. So, I imagine that there's other people have prior engagements and stuff. And I did this, spontaneously. So I'm glad Stig was able to join. Soul Assassin, I bet you name a random Star Wars comic book, 9 out of 10, either OG and Stig are going to have in those collections. Yeah. Oh, and I think I'm going to show this to you. Where is it at? I'm like prolonging this live stream, but that's okay. Let's see. My library's right behind me. This one is the Skywalker comic collection. No, obviously it doesn't have every single one. Last Hope for the Galaxy. It's leatherback, hardcover. When I got this, I was like friggin' in heaven. This thing is heavy. I could work out with this sucker. It's heavy. So you have, here are the comics that are in here, or the series that are in here. Luke Skywalker Walkabout, Falling Star, the day after the Death Star, Return of Ben Kenobi, Crucible, General Skywalker, Wrong Side of the War, My Brother, My Enemy, Riders in the Void, Splinters of the Mind's Eye, Shira story, so Shira Bree's story, Duel with Dark Lady, so again, Lumaya, Dark Empire, The Boy I Once Was, Luke Skywalker, Last Hope for the Galaxy, and then, the creators' biographies and stuff in here. This thing is thick with various stories. Very, very thick. It even includes this right here, which is very sad. So if I spoil this for you, sorry, Chewbacca. He gives his life to save his friend Han and his kid and the people on the Falcon. And of course, Luke has his moment in this as well. Very, very. This also comes with a sleeve. So there's a sleeve this goes in, has its ribbon bookmarker. I really adore this. I am glad that I got this for my collection. So there you go. There you go. All right. Now that I, ripped out a lot of stuff in there. All right. So let me see here. Let's go ahead and start closing this out. I own this one. So you're talking about the Luke Skywalker one, or the collection one I shared. I love the comic collection. Yes. The Junkman. Hello. How are you doing? Welcome to my channel. The Star Wars Black Throne issue 2 from 1987. That's my random Star Wars comic to see who also has it. Okay. Let's see. On the way out, making sure to hit that like button. No rocks necessary. Yeah, don't throw rocks. You might, commit, you might, kill the rock. You might commit homicide. You don't want that. All right, let's see here. Thanks for the show, kids. Enjoyed it. Yes. So you guys, thank you so much for tuning in and having some fun, and sharing your jokes and your puns about what's that character's name? Oh yeah, Geode. Thank you, Stig, for jumping on at last minute as well. It's always a pleasure to have you on my channel. Yeah. And so go ahead and tell them where they can find you.
Well, in not too long, I might be on Open Airlock's stream talking about stuff. I'm not sure what it is. They were going to talk about the Snyder Cut first.
Okay.
So, and I'm not that into DC
stuff. Okay.
So I'm just, yeah. Other than that, I'm going to be on Sporking's channel on Monday, as usual, I hope. Talking about the Game of Thrones books in depth with Sporking and Jane and Teresa and all kinds of fun people. And we've been doing it for over a year, actually.
Yeah.
I think for a year. And on Thursdays, I'm on this channel.
Yeah. And
we probably have like an anniversary soon, too.
Exactly. I got to take a look. And if we do that, maybe we'll plan something special dealing with the book I have. That's an extra book I have. Maybe we'll plan something for this.
Oh, when we have an anniversary, we should do the Union comic.
Oh my God. Get the whole collection. It's all bound in one collection. The Union comic is. All right. Again, you guys can find me here on my channel. You can find me on Twitter. I'm usually talking more or less about the, George Lucas era of Star Wars. And I also do compare and contrast. And if you don't, if that's not your cup of tea and stuff and, you don't like that, then that's fine. But people are allowed. And I was told that, I can't compare the old lore with the new lore. And I'm like, bullshit. Who makes up the rules? But anyways, so you'll find me on Twitter. I do compare and contrast between both the lores. I like to share a lot about George Lucas era of Star Wars. We are talking about, the Republic comics right now on Coffee Chat. We do have literature review coming up as well. And that's Darth Maul, Shadowhunter. And I'm excited to talk about that. So stay tuned for the time frame. I was supposed to have the dates out by today, so probably tomorrow on Twitter. So thank you guys so much for joining in and having some laughter and having some fun, and discussing the silliness that's going on with Disney Lucasfilm right now. So again, thank you so much, and may the Force be with you.